So if you have the Google Nest battery cams, the indoor or outdoor cameras, you probably have run into where you cannot get it to charge. You go to plug it in here at the charging adapter and you're pressing it in, and it just doesn't register that it's charging. Sometimes you let it sit. I've had times where I let it sit long enough and it says it's charging, but then the app says it's not charging quickly. Um, Also, I've had times where if I push hard enough, it will pick up. Generally, what you're going to find is if you plug in that charger, which is a magnetic charger, the reason it's not going to charge is going to be because the contacts on the camera itself are dirty. And you can clean that simply with a cotton swab with a little bit of rubbing alcohol on it. You don't even have to use probably rubbing alcohol either. If you just are able to get in there with a little bit, um, maybe just dampen it a little bit. But rubbing alcohol will be good because it won't damage it. Um, Obviously, these are outdoor, so putting a little bit of water in here isn't going to cause a major issue, which is why the rubbing alcohol is nice too, because it'll evaporate quickly. But anything in there to clean off those contacts like that, and then just use the dry side to kind of get in there again. It's really kind of a poor design, I guess, on how these contacts are. But once you do that, you'll be able to get those contacts in there clean. And then you should just be able to drop it on your, use your charging cable or your charger. If you get that where it doesn't pick up right away, what I find too, sometimes just resetting it will often fix that for you. As you can see, oh, there we go. Now it's charging, and there's that ding that you want to hear. So same thing with, if this is a charging dock, I'll put the link in description for that if you want to be able to charge two of them at a time. And it's really nice too because it has a really powerful magnet. So when you're snapping that in there, you can really feel it pull the connection in there. So I've found that to be helpful as well. But even if you're using the factory charger that comes with it, this one here, um, you shouldn't have to push it in. It's magnetic, so you should just be able to let it pop in. And if you find it doesn't charge, once it's connected, give it maybe up to 5 seconds to see if it will pick up like that. If not, pull it out, maybe clean it again, pop it, let it magnetically pop itself back in. You shouldn't have to apply pressure to it. You could also try cleaning the contacts on the charger itself in case they have gotten dirty from a previous charging. But every time I've had issues with these so far with getting them charged, that's been the issue, that's been the case. The contacts on the camera are dirty. It makes sense because the camera is sitting outside. That charging port is open to the elements, which is not ideal. They should really make a little rubber cover for that, which means as it sits out there for a long period of time, those contacts are getting dirty and they need to be cleaned off. So hopefully that works for you, and just kind of communicates that we probably all are experiencing the same issues with charging these cameras. That's the way to get around it. And yeah, sometimes you just have to finagle with it, as you saw here, even after cleaning it, having to drop it on that charger a couple times to get it to actually make that good connection. And then of course, once it is charging like that, you can check it in the app to make sure it's charging quickly. They should charge within an afternoon, within typically for me it's less than 8 hours to charge. If it's not connected well, you'll get like full charge in 20-30 hours, things like that. So there you go. Hope that's helpful. Leave a comment below if this is something you deal with these cameras as well, and if you have any other tips on how you've improved keeping your cameras charged. I've also used a solar power charger. That is nice because then you don't have to bring them in to charge, and it covers that port and it stays constantly connected outside. I have found that to be an excellent way to keep these charged using solar, so then you don't even have to bring them in to worry about charging them either. I'll put that link in the description as well. So, thanks everybody. Hope you have a great day and a happy new year.